Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Eric. I run a 3D printing business from my small basement home office. I've been on Etsy for about 2 months now, and I've learned a lot of valuable information in that time. I have a few things I wanted to go over today. I've acquired some things for my shop to help make things a little bit easier. I have a package that I need to get ready to go out in the mail for Tuesday, since Monday is a holiday. And I have a really awesome, exciting order that just came in yesterday that I'm excited to show you. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So in my last video, I'd mentioned that I picked up another Panda touchscreen for my second P1S that I had just purchased. Someone down in the comments on that video also mentioned that you only really need one Panda Touch for all of your printers. Apparently, I didn't read the documentation and the feature set well enough, but one Panda Touch can actually control up to, I think, 10 printers all through the cloud. That's awesome. I didn't know that, and since the Panda Touch can actually be used as a mobile touchscreen, it has about a 30-minute battery life, so I still just keep them plugged in all the time. So if you've ever used a Panda Touch interface, if you go to the bottom left corner here and look at the different printers that you have connected, you can actually see that you can control the different prints that are currently in progress for each printer. So, I have one here on this printer, and then I have the second one here on this printer. It may be a little overkill, but I just like the way that they look. I just like the extra functionality that it adds to the printer, akin to like the X1 series. I also got really spoiled when I had my Creality K1 Max. Those printers all have their own touchscreen built in, Clipper-based, I believe. So I just want to continue having that feature set for each one. So for me, it works. So this week I took the plunge and I ordered 2 of the BQ Cryo Grip cool plates. Test out and see kind of what all the hype was about. I've seen a lot of reviews and other people using them in their print shops with really great results, and the adhesion is extremely good. And they're not kidding. I printed several things on the plate already, and the adhesion is incredible. One of the main things about the Cryo Grip plates, why they're so great, is that you can print at a lower temperature compared to a normal PEI plate. And what that means is that instead of having to heat the bed to like 55, 60, 65 degrees for PLA or PETG, you only have to heat the bed up to about 40, 45 degrees Celsius for PLA at least. Even at that low temperature, adhesion is really good. I had some trouble getting some of the prints off, even after flexing the plate, letting it cool completely. I still took some force to be able to pull the prints off. So that's great. Some things that I don't like about it is, for whatever reason, as soon as I opened up the package, there is a very strong chemical smell, and it hasn't dissipated yet. I'm really hoping that it does. And then a few other little nitpicks. Their quality control, BQ's, is not as great as Bambu. My plates came with blemishes and parts where whatever coating that they're using on it isn't consistent, so there are some small blobs in some spaces where it's just not evenly applied. So hopefully their quality control will be better in the future. I'm still happy with it. The performance is great. And yeah, some awesome news for me personally in my shop. I actually received my first order for my oven knob locks. If you remember in a previous video, I had mentioned that I had a cat that in the middle of the night decided to get up on the counter and inadvertently turned on the knob to the gas stove, and then ended up waking up smelling gas, which, if you're not familiar, and I actually had someone comment on the video when I last talked about it, if you're not familiar with gas, at least in Maryland, they add something to it so that it's not completely odor-free. You will know if there's a gas leak in your house. So yeah, we woke up, noticed that there was a gas smell, investigated the house, found that the knob was turned on and gas was leaking in. I went and designed these knob locks completely from scratch in Fusion 360, went through about 4 different iterations and prototypes to make sure that they worked, and I landed on a design that I was satisfied with. They've been on the shop for about a month, and I finally got my first sale of them last night. So I'm going to go ahead and get those, they're already printed, but I'm going to go ahead and get them packaged up here. One thing that I'll mention is, especially for any other sellers out there, I was very excited when I got this order, so I didn't pay attention to the color, because I offer different color choices for this particular product, but I didn't pay attention to the color that they chose. I assumed that they had wanted black, printed a black set, and as I was going to package it up, realized that they actually selected white, so I had to reprint a whole new set. Not a big deal. At some point, hopefully someone will order a black set and they'll be ready to go next day. All right, so also in shop news and basically the inspiration for the title of this video, I received an inquiry for a customized and on-demand printing order last night for a cosplay piece. And what I love about on-demand orders is that I can work with someone to customize within my capabilities a piece that they're looking for. But I can bring to life something for them and send them a physical object that they have been wanting and searching for that doesn't exist elsewhere. So for any Stranger Things fans out there, I am working on printing out a shock collar that 11 wore in the 5th season of the show. This customer has kids. They love watching the show. They love cosplaying as the characters, and she has a daughter that especially loves cosplaying as 11. And she had mentioned that she had been looking for this collar costume piece for a long time. Nobody sells it. So she ended up purchasing the STL, providing it to me and asking if I can print it out for her. So I walked her through how 3D printing works, what to expect with the finished piece, and so we got to work selecting materials, colors, sizes. And it is important to note that with on-demand printing for this kind of stuff, I'm not selling a particular product. What I'm selling is my time, the time of the use of my printer, materials, and then electricity to run everything. So it would be akin to a customer having their own printer and doing it themselves, but by proxy they're using me to print out the finished product. And that's different between selling, say, copies of a finished copyrighted or licensed model versus selling your time and materials to produce a model for a singular person as if they were doing it themselves. So anyway, for this particular project, I've imported all of the models into Bambu Studio, separated them out into different plates based on the colors so that I'm not having to do any color changes. And I've added extra walls for more rigidity and for extra strength, more infill, and a few other settings to ensure that the print comes out high quality and very strong. Overall, the print time is going to be about 12 to 13 hours in total, and I'm going to split the major pieces and their corresponding filaments between my printers so that I can have both of them working in tandem. For this print, I'm using Elegoo PLA Plus translucent for the inner nodes, Elegoo Rapid PLA Plus for the main collar piece in beige, and an Elegoo PLA Plus for the serial number tag in silver. And then finally, I have some Tronxy PLA Plus that I'm using for the different various black pieces that'll be going on the finished collar. So I'm going to go ahead and load the filament into the different printers, and I'm going to send off the print to be printed. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for me for today. As always, thank you very much for checking in. I'm blown away by the support that I've already received, and hope to continue to receive with my videos in the future. If you have any questions or comments about what I talked about today, or just in general about 3D printing, leave them below. I do read them all, and I try to respond when I can. If you like my content and you want to continue seeing more, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to be notified about my next video. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.